So it's 2020, and a lot of you still don't know how to book a show properly or even have a business conversation for that matter. So stick around and let me pound this through that big fat head of yours. Denied. What's up, gang? This is Ian, your very friendly neighborhood Viking, coming back at you with another Motivational Monday video. This week, we are talking about booking emails properly, booking shows properly, how to have business conversations, because a lot of you still don't know how to do it, and it drives people crazy. Some of you guys may know, and some of you might not know, that in my regular life, aside from being in this awesome band, but the job that I have that actually makes money, in that life, I run a venue, I run a bar. I have for over 10 years now, and I have booked many bands in that amount of time. And I've come across many different types of booking requests, emails, DMs, all that shit. I've come across quite a few of them. A lot of them are pretty much throwaways, and it isn't because of the person, it isn't because of the type of music, it isn't because of the date or anything like that. It's how they approached going about trying to get a show, trying to book a date. Like I said, the topic today is how to properly book that show, but most importantly, how to actually have that business conversation. Because a lot of you are f***ing it up still. Like, you have no civil discourse, you have no idea how to professionally speak to somebody. And it's maddening. Like I was saying, I'm in the business of booking bands, I'm in the business of being in a band that needs to book shows. So I get put in quite a unique position. On one hand, I know what promoters want to hear, I know what booking agents want, I know what I want from bands when they try to book shows with me. On the other side, I know what I need to send out as a band. I know what promoters want from me. It's okay, because today I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you my secrets and how they work. Now, to be 100% transparent and honest and all that shit, my way might not be the best way. I don't know. If something works for you, great. This works for me, always has, never had a problem with it. If you're in some kind of a group that books dates, that has to book shows or lock in dates with venues and clubs or whoever, if you DM me on Instagram or Facebook or in a text or something like that with a message that says, "Hey dude, you should check out my band, we rock, book us," I will immediately delete that shit. If it's somebody that I know, or if it's somebody that I've dealt with multiple times, okay, we got a little bit of leeway there. But if you are somebody that we have never met before, see ya. That shit drives me crazy. Like I said, it's not because of the band, it's not because of what they do, it's because of how they went about trying to get it. Most bands are just lazy. They want something and they don't look at it in a professional manner. They just say, "Hey, X club or X whatever, you should let us play there." The end. That shit don't work. Stop being so goddamn lazy. Think about who you're talking to and put just a little bit of effort into it. The way that I'm going to teach you right now, you really only have to put effort into it like one time, okay? Once every few months maybe. Here it is. It's the email. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did in this particular email that I used, and I booked hundreds of shows with this email. Even shows that the promoters couldn't book me, if for whatever reason that the show couldn't get booked, I would have promoters email me back and say, "Hey, I'm really sorry I can't book your date, but I just want to say this is one of the best booking submission emails that I've ever gotten." And that's great, because that keeps you in a good loop with these promoters, and they say, "Hey, even though we couldn't book them, I know these guys are actually professional." So if you're going to call yourself a professional band, you need to walk, talk, and act like that shit 24/7. Okay, let me explain to you this email. Now, I say email because it's better, it looks better, and you can do more stuff with it. With a Facebook message, it's not quite the same. You know, you can put links into it, but it doesn't quite translate as well. Most of us open our messages through our phones. This is my personal opinion. It just doesn't look that good. It doesn't look as good. Like I said, if it's a band that I've dealt with multiple times or something like that, and they send me a DM on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, text message, then that's fine. You know what I mean? If I've already booked them multiple times, I know what they're bringing to the table, okay, no big deal. The reason the email is better is because you can obviously hyperlink, you can add links, you can color code, you can bullet point, you can do a lot of more. It just seems like it's a better layout when you're trying to get somebody's attention. So that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to get these people attention. We're trying to sell ourselves to venues, sell ourselves to theaters or clubs or bars or wherever the hell you're playing. We're trying to sell that to these people, and we want them to book us and eventually, hopefully, pay us. With the email, I will explain to you right now how I did mine. In the very top of the email, you lay it out basically just like a letter, but it's kind of a cross between a letter and a highlight reel. In the first paragraph of the letter, hello, whoever, address the booking agent or the club personally. Don't just say, hey dude, or hey whoever. Find out their name or find out the club. If you can't find out their name, find out the club and address them personally. It does make a little bit of a difference. It might not make a huge difference, but it does make some bit of a difference. They know that you actually took an extra step to find out who the hell they were. So that's kind of a cool thing. I would always hyperlink my name to like my Facebook profile or something like that, because everybody has Facebook basically. They can click on me immediately and just check me out, just generalized. You're not losing anything if you hyperlink yourself. So I would always do that. I would say, this is my band name. We're trying to book X date at X club. That would kind of be the first paragraph. It's usually only about 3 sentences. Under that, who the hell are these people? I don't know anything about them. So that's when you create your little bullet pointed highlight reel. You need to list off, like I said, where you're from, what you sound like, your accomplishments, bands you've played with, records you put out, things like that. Highlight reel stuff. Things that make people go, oh, okay, this is probably kind of worth something. This looks pretty good. Seems promising. After that, I try to have like a little paragraph about what my expected draw is going to be in that area, because that's what they really want to know. And if you haven't played in a new area and you have no draw, you don't want to lie. You don't want to be like, dude, there's going to be 1,000 people there, because then you're going to look like an asshole when nobody shows up, and then they'll never book you again. So, you want to be honest, but you want to be also like, hey, we've never played here before, but we know bands, and we, or if you have family in that area, if you have friends in that area, or something like that, but we know people, or if you don't know anybody, we are amazing at promoting, which you goddamn better be. They have to take a risk at you at some point. If you were trying, that is a really, really important thing. Booking one show versus booking an entire tour is, like I said, it's a little bit different. Because like I said, you can do the DMs for basically kind of one show if it's somewhere you've already been. But if you're gonna do a tour, you wanna do the emails. It just looks better. Intro paragraph, highlight reel, expected draw paragraph. Underneath that, then I do all my links to all my social media, all my YouTube, direct links to music that they can download if they want to, Spotify, all of that stuff. I usually get all the big ones, the things that people use the most, and then I color code them and put all the links in right next to them. So it's very clean and easy to read. People like it that. And with a lot of promoters, they don't do shit. They work for the club, and a lot of them don't do much. There's a lot of really awesome ones, but you want to make it as easy as possible for these people to read. And then underneath that, I'll have like a summary, just like in a letter, where I reiterate the date, I reiterate myself, and an expected draw, and just kind of give them like a little bit of a bump up right before we leave the conversation. My name, phone number if you want to, and then that's it. The whole email takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes maybe to read. That's really all you need. You need it to be boom, boom. You need to be ready to go. If you have an EPK link, put that in there. This is in a way like an EPK, but if you have one, go ahead and throw it in there anyways. You should probably have one. That email has worked for me so many times. And even when the shows haven't worked out, you've still gotten good responses from people about how well formed that email is. It makes you look good to these promoters, so if they think about you later on or whatever, hopefully they'll get in touch with you. And always keep in touch with them. Don't pester them. Give them a little bump every once in a while. Throw out a date. Ask them if they have anything potential coming up, whatever. You better always be professional. You better always be respectful. And you better promote your ass off constantly. Because that's what you got to do. Me, as somebody who books shows, when I book shows with bands, I will look at those bands' Facebook profiles and I'll see how much they promote it. I'll see if they're posting the flyer or posting the event or whatever. If they're promoting it all. It doesn't affect your pay. I'm not going to not pay you if you didn't promote. I know that if the turnout to the show isn't that great, it's your fault. It's at least in part your fault. You didn't do shit to promote it otherwise. So you have no reason to bitch at me. I always do my homework, and you should too. And if you want to be successful, you have to put that time in. You have to put this extra work in. There's no shows right now, so this is kind of maybe falling a little bit on deaf ears. If you weren't doing it before, when we can do this again, you should really take these tips into consideration. I want you guys to all come out at the end of this to be able to be a better functioning, well-oiled band. Take my tips and run with them. I hope they work for you. They have always worked for us. So now they're yours. Guys, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in this Monday. I always appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the videos. If you are on YouTube, I need you to push that subscribe button right somewhere right here. Push that shit so you can get my videos on YouTube, because YouTube does not like me, but I'm working on it. I'm working hard on it. And if you're on Facebook, I think it's up here somewhere. Like it, follow us, and please, 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 guys, stick with me. I'm here to help you guys. I might be ruffling your feathers a little bit, but I promise at the end of it, I'm just here to help. All the links to all of our social media sites and everything like that, as always, will be in the description. If you have any questions or if you have any topics that you would like me to talk about or to break down in any way, let me know. Leave them in the comments, DM me, I don't care. Just get a hold of me. Guys, I hope you have a great Monday. I hope you had a great last week. I hope you have an even better this week. I will see you next time. Later.